been a while, but I am back. So, the Transformers 1986 movie came out 40 years ago today. I just watched it again. And I'm gonna talk about it. But first, I have to make sure it's working, the stream. So, the Transformers 1986 movie came out 40 years ago today. I just watched it again. And I'm gonna talk. And I have to add the chat actually. Browser first. I have to make sure it's working. The stream. So the Transformers 1986 movie came out 40 years ago today. I just watched it again. And I have to add the chat actually. Browser first. I have to make sure it's working. So get about yay big. Make this smaller. And that should be good. Good enough for me, at least. And that should be good. Now. That'll do. So the movie, I watched it again just now, and gotta say, it for the most part it holds up, but when you know all the stuff that was cut out, it really does bug you. Like, for example, Ultra Magnus, when he was shot at by the sweeps and he blew up, that was supposed to be a totally different scene. It was supposed to show him getting drawn and quartered, like medieval style, and that would have made him being rebuilt make a lot more sense. Also, I'm realizing that my game window's not being captured. Hang on. Why not? Oh, did that fix it maybe? I have to watch my preview to be sure. Now, if I were to go and start moving, like, ooh. Anyway, yeah, that's one bit I definitely would have kept in. You've got Optimus when he says, "That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron," and he's suddenly like on the floor, standing back up. That's because there was a little bit they cut where he would have grabbed a Decepticon out of midair and slammed him on the ground. And I feel like that should have been kept too. It's cool. There was a whole extra sequence with a bunch of Autobots fighting Devastator, and quite a few of them dying. That also would have been neat, in my opinion. There we go. Let's see. Let's start with, a cannon. A cannon would be cool. Have him start in a ship. The Quintesson ship. Which I can kind of approximate with green bricks. He's inside the ship now. Let's see. Where? I need some like semi-transparent blocks. So I am building the final battle from the movie, and you know, once I haven't touched this editor in a long time, so once I refamiliarize myself with it, I'll have an easier time yapping. So, 2 maybe? Now we're talking. I don't know, we'll go with that for the Quintessence ship. Why not? Maybe I should, like... Even though it's kind of green in the movie, I'm gonna take some liberties. Just for the sake of being able to actually shape it. It does go down a lot farther, actually. Bricks 2. Ooh, you know what? This would look better. Oh. That's more like it. Need some more room. So to kind of emulate that spiral effect, I'm actually going to... Yeah. Get some grays in there, too. Yeah, that kind of makes it look like it's a bit of a twisty, turny ship. Let's get rid of all that. And then go back to the bottom and build this up and then build it back in. Goes out, and then it's gonna go back down again. Kind of a weird spirally ship. Actually want it to spiral some more. And it'll come to a point. Oh, nope. Nope. Yeah, that'll do actually. I can just fill. Yeah, that works well enough. We got the Quintesson ship finished. Ish. I mean, it's okay. I'll actually have the door be... That looks spacey enough. Quintesson ship is one of my favorites. It's got an interesting, like, spirally design. I feel like if I add one more segment, it'll be good, actually. Yeah. 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 Woo! Woohoo! Yippee! Yeah! Woohoo! Okay. That is not the pause screen I remember. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Is the game about to die? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to save before every test. Okay. That's fine. Getting back into the swing of doing this. Start. Oh, full screening it. Okay. I shrink it a bunch now. Ba-down, ba-down. That'll work just fine. Course info. Where is the Mario? Aha! Okay. $200 by 200 should be good. Now. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. Oh. Oopsie daisy. Right, that's where you get all this extra stuff. If anything, the Sling Star should be here. The ship should be open. Do a quick save. Now I can safely test. Okay. Fix that little mistake there. Now we get to the fun part. This is gonna be Unicron's foot. You know, it should go the other way. That'll give me more space to play with. Okay. Yeah. Gotta say, the music in the movie still incredible. Also, I guess the stream chat won't work, but I said chat test. Okay. Yeah, I do need a new computer. This one's tanking even on a simple game stream. That's what I wanted to know. It's mostly just doing this to goof around, see what works. Wrong one. That's oh, too far. Come on. I'll probably stream for like half an hour. And when I have a better computer, I might pick up finishing this level. Like, when I was young and played this Mario 63, I tried to rebuild Unicron, but I didn't actually try to make the robot mode. I just kind of made it so you fall into a tunnel and get to the acid vat and run past that, and then you were done. And there was no ship at the start. Like, I'm trying to be somewhat faithful to the movie. Uh, and if this thing can't even, like... If this thing can't even stream a Flash game from 2009, it's time for an upgrade. Yeah, what I made as a kid actually was him at Unicron in planet mode. Yeah, it was a planet mode, and he was actually. I used the rotating blocks and made them kind of imitate the crunching mouth, and you had to jump inside. Excuse me, I guess I'm getting sick again. I just got over that cough. Let's see. I'll do the little red greebling on his chest, and then I'm just gonna focus on talking for the rest of the stream, because this is too laggy. That should be good. Evil break. Yeah, that's good enough for gaming. Ooh. Oh. I can use the stream to recreate it, so... What can you do? Anyway, I'll just talk about the movie now. Orson Welles is still my favorite Unicron. They've yet to top him somehow. Like, even Rise of the Beasts was just kind of lame. They just kind of got some guy to do it. He didn't really sound threatening. But... for only having a few lines, Unicron sure was scary. I mean... having the tonal whiplash of a cartoon where nobody ever dies, and then the movie starts with a whole planet being destroyed, and a ship full of some of the fan favorite Autobots just being blown to shreds. Like, it's unreal. And a lot of people don't like the corporate aspect where they were just killing off old toys to make room for new ones, and I don't like it either, but there's something that can be said narratively at least. Like, I feel like it's the first time Transformers really felt like a war, with actual, like, losses on both sides, and even their leader wasn't safe. Like, killing Optimus Prime was a shock and a crazy decision. I don't necessarily think it was a bad one, though. If season 3 stuck the landing with Rodimus's arc of, like, stepping into a leadership role and not just having him repeat his whole storyline 5 times before handing the Matrix back, then it would have been something. I will, when I have a new computer, one of the first things I'm going to do is an extended cut of the movie with storyboards. And, I mean, I'll get the sound mix correct, but I don't have the money or resources to animate new scenes, so it's just going to be storyboarded. And, I'm feeling really crummy actually, so when it hits the hour mark, I will go, or maybe even sooner. A few notable scenes I would add is uh, the little bit where the Decepticons actually. It shows how they got onto the shuttle by using the asteroids as cover and blasting a hole in the shuttle. I would add when Unicron smashes Cybertron and Shockwave calls for reinforcements, I would show a little bit more of that. I would essentially have a scene on Cybertron where they're running around and they're using the planetary defenses to try to fight back, and it would have shown Shockwave's death and all that. And it would have given some Decepticons standout moments, because one element the movie has is how both sides have to come together, and I mean, they show that, but they could have shown more Decepticons doing cool, heroic things. I don't know. Some additional stuff with Optimus versus Megatron, a few cut shots. There's the shot where Astro Train flies away from Autobot City, and it was gonna pan over to the group just standing over Optimus's body. I feel like that would transition better into his funeral scene. Or death, I guess. Also, yeah, the scene I mentioned at the start of the stream with Ultra Magnus being drawn and quartered, that would stay. Like, that just makes more sense. Like, if he was shot to bits, why would he be able to be rebuilt and Optimus can't? If he was just ripped apart, like, okay. And, I don't know. I'm starting to really gunk up, so that's all I got. I'm gonna be working towards getting a new PC and starting to stream more professionally. This was just kind of a throw it together and see what happens. Good night.